we'll have it preserved for posterity. So first off, thank you guys, everybody, for stepping up and volunteering to make this happen. We know it's going to be weird. It's going to be a little bit different, but we're doing it for the kids so that the kids can have a meet where they can swim and race fast. So that is the whole goal of the entire meeting of the meet. This is going to proceed like a normal stroke briefing. I'm going to do jurisdiction and assignments, and we're going to have a stroke, a stroke briefing about how to swim the strokes. But I've got most of that actually on a PowerPoint. So let me pull that up and share my screen. And we'll just go down the PowerPoint because it'll keep me on task. From the beginning. Okay, so it's called Summer Splash. This is the officials meeting. The meet is August 9th. And of course, everyone needs to wear a mask. The referee is me, Robert Dant. The starter is going to be Roy. Thank you, Roy. Our AO is Blondie, Jody Elkins. Ricky, these are the assignments also. And we'll have a map of the pool here in a second. Ricky Carroll, you're going to be on the 15 meter at the north side of the pool. Sarah, you're going to be the 15 meter at the south side of the pool, which is the side with the slides. Jenny, you're going to be the turn end 1 through 4. And Cody, not here yet. Hopefully he'll pop up. He's going to be the turn end 5 through 8. So those are your assignments. Okay. Thank you guys again. Kind of a weird situation to be doing a stroke briefing a couple days before on Zoom, but hey, stranger things have happened. Warm-ups are at 8 o'clock. The gates are actually going to be open at 7:30. If you want to get there and set your tent up at 7:30, that's fine. We need to be in place at 8:55, which is 5 minutes before the start of the meet, which is at 9 o'clock. Standard uniforms, wear white shirt over blue. Comfortable white shoes. We're not going to be walking the deck. All the officials are going to be pretty much stationary, so just keep that in mind for whatever footwear you bring. Hats and sunscreen. See, make sure you wear your hat. We're only going to be out there for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, but we will start to get to the point where it's getting sunny, so bring your sunscreen. And a mask. Of course, everyone make sure they wear a mask. We'll be wearing masks during the meet. So here's my
just clarification on that face
mask. Yes. Go ahead, John.
I was just saying face covering. I mean, it doesn't have to be a mask. It has to be a face covering.
Face covering. Make it.
I mean, so like the thing that I wear every morning.
That's fine.
I was going to ask, am I good with? I have one like you.
You're good with a buff. You're good with a face mask, a neck gaiter, some sort of.
I have a neck gaiter.
You're good.
Okay.
This is the pool, the shape of the pool, standard pool. I'm gonna try to get my pictures of you guys off so I can see what's going on. This is the hot box. This is where the AO and the Colorado operations are going to take place. This is how the pool really looks. On the south side, there's a big giant green slide. In the middle, there's a red slide. And on the end, there's 2 yellow slides. And these are the positions where you guys are going to be standing during the meet. Roy, as a starter, you're going to stand over here where you're comfortable, where you need to be to see the swimmers. Ricky, you're going to be on the 15 meter mark. And Jenny, you're going to be down here at the turn end. When we have 50s, we're going to have you wrap over to the side. Cody is going to be over here. Same. Cody's going to be wrapping to this side on the 50s. Parents are going to have viewing area right in here and here. This will be marked off with cones, so the parents will know where to go. Sarah, you're at the 15 meter mark next to the green slide. And I will be blowing the whistles from over here in the corner. I have an electronic whistle, so I won't be spewing sputum all over the place as I blow the whistle. Just something, when I'm standing over here looking at the deck, I'm going to have a really hard time seeing Sarah your arm going up, and Cody, if your Cody's arm, go up on the 50s, because they're going to be right on the edge. So when you put your arm up, people raise it real big and high, and I'll make sure I mark my heat sheet for the DQs, and we'll talk about that here in another second. Okay. Something unique about our pool, it's numbered backwards. If you go to the rule book, it's incorrectly numbered. It has to do with the size and length of the cable we have to make the Colorado system work. But lane 8 is on the slide side of the pool. Just keep that in mind when you're going out to your position and when you're marking your heat sheet for DQs. The officials area will be taped off. I'll get there ahead of time. We're actually going to mark off with tape and mark it so that people know the officials area. Timers will be lined up along the fence, and the parents will have cones as their viewing area. Now, stroke rules. You guys, it's been 6-8 months since we've been to a swim meet. So we're going to do this old school. I'm going to read the stroke briefing, and actually it's kind of short. I did the short version. So relax, pop open your favorite beverage, and we'll take a listen. First is butterfly.
We can't hear Robert.
Aha. So apparently you didn't hear that, huh?
Nope.
No. Okay. All right.
There's
a special button I have to hit when I hit share, and I didn't hit it. Share with computer sound.
Yep.
All right, we'll try again. Butterfly.
Start. The stroke. Body kept on the breast, shoulders at or past vertical towards the breast. Multiple kicks permitted, but the first arm pull must bring the swimmer to the surface. Some part of the swimmer must break the surface throughout the race, except swimmer may be submerged after start and each turn, not more than 15 meters, where the head must break the surface. Arms, shoulders to the wrist, brought forward over the water and pulled back simultaneously. The kick. Simultaneous up and down movement. No alternating scissors or breaststroke kicking movements. Turns and finish. Shoulders at or past vertical toward the breast when the swimmer leaves the wall. Touch shall be made with both hands separated and simultaneously at, above, or below the surface of the water.
Okay. All right. Any questions about butterfly? Nope. I'm seeing heads shaking no. I'm not hearing anybody. Lots of head shaking now. All right. We're going to go ahead and do backstroke.
Backstroke. The start. In water, facing start end with both hands on gutters or starting grips. A. Guttered pool. Feet and toes may be above the water, but not in, on, above the lip, or bent over the gutter at any time before the start or after start. B. Flat walls with pads. Feet and toes may be placed above the water level. C. When using backstroke ledges, one toe from each foot must be in contact with the wall. The stroke and kick. Any style as long as the swimmer remains on the back. Shoulders at or past vertical toward the back. Some part of the swimmer must break the surface throughout the race, except the swimmer may be submerged after the start on each turn, not more than 15 meters, where the head must break the surface. Turns. During turns, swimmers may go past vertical toward the breast and may utilize a continuous or single continuous simultaneous double arm pull to initiate the turn. Some part of the swimmer must touch the wall at the completion of each length. Shoulders at or past vertical toward the back when the feet leave the wall. The finish. Some part of the swimmer must touch the wall while on the back.
All right. Questions about backstroke? Right? All right. But it's just good to hear the official words that they use in the rule book. That way, when your referee asks you questions about a call, you can reply with the proper verbiage.
Breaststroke. The start. Forward start. Stroke. Body kept on the breast. Shoulder at or past vertical toward the breast. Stroke cycle is one arm pull and one leg kick in that order. Simultaneous arm movements in the same horizontal plane. After start and each turn, one arm stroke may be completed back to the legs. Head must break the surface at the widest part of the second pull. Recovery by the hands from the breast on, under, or over the water. Elbows underwater except the last stroke before the turn or finish. During each complete cycle, some part of the head shall break the surface of the water. Kick. After start and each turn prior to the first breaststroke kick, a single butterfly kick is permitted. Movements of the legs shall be simultaneous vertical and horizontally. Feet turn out during the propulsive part of the kick. No alternating, scissors, or butterfly kick, except as stated, is allowed. Turns and finish. Shoulders at or pass vertical toward the breast when the feet leave the wall. Touch shall be made with both hands separated and simultaneously at, above, or below the surface. At the last stroke before the turn and at the finish, an arm stroke not followed by a leg kick is permitted. Head may be submerged after the last arm pull prior to the touch, provided it breaks the surface of the water at some point during the last complete or incomplete stroke cycle preceding the touch.
Okay. Questions about the breaststroke? All right, I hope you guys all have your favorite beverage handy. So I found this beer. It's called Official Beer. So I thought I would save it just for this occasion. So we'll just pop this here right about now. Freestyle.
Freestyle. Forward start. Stroke and kick. Any style. Freestyle. Forward start. Stroke and kick. Any style may be used. Some part of the swimmer must break the surface throughout the race, except the swimmer may be submerged after the start and each turn, not more than 15 meters with the head must break surface. Turns and finish. Some part of the swimmer must touch the wall at the completion of each length or required distance.
And I am, because we start our meet off with the individual medley, 200s actually.
Individual medley. Start. Forward start. Stroke. Rules for each stroke apply. Must swim 1/4 of the event distance as prescribed stroke, in order of butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, and freestyle. May not swim in the style of the other 3 strokes during the freestyle leg. During the freestyle leg, swimmer must be on the breast, shoulders at or pass vertical toward the breast, except when executing a turn. Kick. Rules for each stroke apply. Turns. Intermediate turns conform to the turn rules for the stroke. During freestyle to freestyle turn, swimmer must remain to breast, shoulders at or pass vertical toward the breast, prior to any kick or stroke. Finishes. Transition turns conform to the finish rules of the stroke being finished and start rules for the stroke being started. During breaststroke to freestyle turn, swimmer must return to breast, shoulders at or pass vertical toward the breast, prior to any kick or stroke. Some part of the swimmer must touch the wall at the completion of each length or required distance.
Questions about the IM? Then we will move on. Okay. So jurisdiction, okay, call what you see and see what you call. We're going to just go as far as we can honestly see. The people at the 15-meter mark, it's going to be hard to see the wall. It's going to be hard to make a touch at the wall call from the 15-meter mark. But the turn judges, even when you're wrapped around the side, you should still be able to see that. And the starter and I, Roy, we will be watching the turns and the takeoffs from lanes 1 through 4 and 5 through 8. So we can see that fairly well. So this is what I was just talking about. The referee and the starter, we're going to watch the stroke and touch from sides 1 through 4 and 5 through 8. And we're going to wrap around during the IM. The timers will be back far enough. They'll be back on the fence, so we can walk over there and still be 6 feet away from everybody. The side folks, you're going to watch the 15-meter as they start the race. And if they pop out of the water before that, these are going to be young kids. We're going to just observe the stroke as they go by, and we're going to observe the stroke as they come back. At breaststroke, move off a little bit closer to the start since there's no 15, and you can observe the pullout a little bit better. When they're coming back, if you're back by the 15-meter mark, you'll still be able to see a good few solid strokes to make sure that they're doing them legally. After the 15 meter on the freestyles, go ahead and sit down. Haven't talked about John about getting chairs for the officials, but we'll need to grab 4 chairs because they're not going to be able to go anywhere. And so on the 200s, the freestyles, they're just going to have to sit and wait until it's over. At the turn end, we're going to watch the 100s from the turn end of the pool. When they're running 50s, we're going to wrap around the sides, and that'll give us distance from the timers. At freestyle, we're going to wrap around both sides. We'll have a chair, and we can watch the touches and stay in place. So it's about a 2.5 hour meet. So when you guys get there, make sure that you're not going to need a bathroom break for that 2.5 hours. And just make sure you do whatever you got to do ahead of time. Okay. DQs, disqualification reports. DQ slips will not be used. Okay, we're not going to be using DQ slips for the meet. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to mark any violations on our heat sheet. Okay, so if we have a swimmer who does something wrong, okay, this is a backstroke, say Sage Fields, lane 5, not on back off the wall. This is what I would mark on my heat sheet. Okay, mark up your heat sheet as you would take as many notes as possible. What hand hit the wall? Anything that you would need to help defend your call later on. On a heat sheet, and we're going to give a heat sheet to everybody. You may have some in your folder already. We're going to mark the code violation and use it to call in on the radio. Each of the violations has a code number to it. Okay, backstrokes, breaststroke, butterfly, freestyle, they all have a number and a letter. This will be the indicator that we will radio in. Okay, when we radio in, okay, we're going to relay the following information. We're going to know the event and the heat and the lane. And then you're going to tell what the violation code is. Our AO, okay, well, I'm not quite there yet. When we call these in after each heat, we're going to go round robin and check to see if there's any DQs for that heat. We're going to go clockwise, and we're going to actually start down here with Roy. We're going to go Roy, then Ricky, then Jenny, then Cody, then Sarah. And we're going to rattle them off, okay? I will mark them on my heat sheet, and Jody will mark them on his sheet to be entered into the computer. Everybody will have a radio. That brings up next question here. If we're going to look at my little mini picture. Can everyone see my mini picture, or do I need to stop sharing? We're good? Give me a thumbs up. Most of you are muted. Okay. This is a general purpose Motorola radio, family band radio. Okay, this is another one. I own 6 of these radios. Do any of you and your families have any more of these radios? I'm seeing some shaking heads. Jody, any playing around? Roy, nobody. Okay. I've asked a couple of our neighbors if they have any, because there's 6 officials and 1 AO. That means 7. So we'll hopefully be able to.
Leave me out. I don't need a radio. I'm good.
Yes, you do need a radio.
Well, honestly, you may be able to hear Roy's radio and record it. So hopefully we'll get another radio, but if not, we'll just make sure the volume's up really, really loud on Roy's radio. Got that, Roy? Okay, back to our slideshow. So the radio protocol, okay, event, heat, and lane. And we're going to know what event and we're going to know what heat we're in, because we're going to call it out after each heat. So we'll need to know the lane number and the violation. So the referee will record it and the AO will record and acknowledge, okay? So Jody, when we're done, we need to know that you've got them from us, okay? Hey, give me thumbs up, Blondie.
I'm good.
Okay, you're good, okay? All right, folks. And that concludes the official Summer Splash officials meeting, okay? Anyone have any questions? We're all experts. We've all done this before. There's just a couple extra hoops we got to jump through. So I think you guys will all do fine. We just need to be in place, ready to park ourselves and go with the flow. There'll be plenty of time between each heat to make sure we get everything done.
All right, so
Robert,
there you go. Go ahead. Go.
I got a couple questions. On timers briefing, will there be extra instructions, including COVID instructions for them as well?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, so Roy, were you on the Zoom call Tuesday?
Yes.
Okay. Did you feel like I did an okay job on that, or do you feel?
Yes. But
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, I just add that to the normal timers briefing. For the 50s, order finish. Will one of the turn judges get that, or?
That would make perfect sense. Hadn't thought of that, and as the starter, you thought of that.
Yes, and one more is dual confirmation on false starts. How you want to do that with the radios?
We'll both have a radio.
Yes.
Why don't we wait till when we're reporting the DQs back and forth? In the 50s, they're honestly, we're going to have plenty of time.
Right.
Maybe you just key on the radio and say, I have a potential.
Okay. All right.
Well, normally we run the timeline on a 20-second interval. We ran this on a 90-second interval.
Okay.
There's going to be parts on the hundreds and the 200s and the 400s. 90 seconds is going to be easy.
Okay.
50s, when we're having the kids go back to the other end, that might present more of a problem on the 92nd. No, well, actually, I don't know because I didn't look that closely, but Paul was telling me he had a 4-year-old that he was going to potentially put in that for them to do a 50, they would be completely gassed. And I'm okay with that with the 50 kids, but I'm open to your input as officials, anybody's input. But that if, that 4-year-old is completely gassed at the end of that 50, as long as we maintain that clockwise traffic motion.
I'm fine with that. If they need to get out, if they're not going to be able to make it back, they need to walk back,
and they can walk back,
pick up their mask.
And Paul's not on here. Did Paul send out what I sent him this morning about the Ziploc bags?
Yes.
Okay.
We got something about the Ziplocs. Yes.
So that was, like I said on the Zoom meeting, something comes up every day that it evolves and it's different. And I got some feedback from some of our parents that they were concerned about the hooks and that being a touch point as far as the mask and hanging them up on the fence, and valid concern. And
easy enough fix though.
But I think the Ziploc, which is not an original idea. Trust me, I get all my ideas from other people, but
right.
YMCA of the Triangle hosted a meet this weekend and they did the Ziploc bags. So that the kid goes behind the block, they've got a Ziploc bag, they take their face covering off, they put it in the Ziploc bag, they seal the Ziploc bag, they put it on the deck so that it's not going to get wet, so that only they are touching it. This is all an evolution. And I'm sure that we're going to learn in 30 minutes into the meet about something that we need to fix. But I echo what Robert said. Thank you to all of you for volunteering to do this and make it happen. And I hope it's going to be a success. And I feel like Paul and I and Robert and everybody, we've spent a lot of time trying to come up with a plan. And is it the perfect plan? Probably not, but we have done our best and we're going to learn from it, because unfortunately, I don't think this is going to be a one-time thing moving forward. I think we're going to be in this situation with swim meets for a while. And I'll shut up now. Sorry, Robert, it's your meeting.
Okay. That's it. Well, I'm good. I'm excited. I think it's going to be fun. It's just going to be fun to be back on deck. And we'll do this Sunday morning. We'll see you guys out there bright and early. Yep. All right. See you guys. Good night. Buddy, thanks for hanging out.
Okay. Take care.